let's get this going. Very exciting. Oh goodness. Okay, that is right. I have this to pick up. We'll do that. And after that, yeah, let's go wolves. Got a lot of weapon ore. I've been actually going out and mining in order to obtain more weapon ore because I'd never had the issue of not having enough. I'd never had to think about that. And then I started rolling for weapons and all of a sudden it became something I actually had to think about. Which just feels crazy to me, but what are you gonna do? So, let us do dailies already. And I didn't do my mining today, but you know, I had forgotten because it had been so long, but the best place to mine is actually Underground Chasm. Because it has every crystal ore chunk there. Every piece of crystal ore there is guaranteed to drop at least 2 crystal chunks. And if you... It takes about it takes 160 to mine a day's worth. Well, it takes 160 pieces of ore, you know, rainbow, crystal chunk, amethyst, or condescence, in order to craft the maximum amount of weapon experience. You know, best explained as 40 mystic crystal ore. I mean, you can craft 40 mystic enhancement ore per day, which takes 160 crystal chunks, amethyst, condescence crystals, or the rainbow drops that they introduced in Notcry. So those are various ones you can use, but the most efficient one is crystal chunks. They take 3 days to respawn, so every 3 days you can just go and mine out the entirety of the chasm, and you will get generally about enough, a little more than enough, considering the possibility of dropping 3. So let's go, and so the question is, do we roll for Escoffier's weapon at the Hotel de Board, or at her little tavern down in the Fleuve Cendre? That's the question. We're doing this on Sunday. There are no anecdotes right now. The only ones left are ones that randomly show up in Notcry. Or in Noshaten, when you talk to certain NPCs. Or ones that come from... oh, the new meeting points in the northern area that I don't have unlocked yet. Though I did end up accidentally triggering Ilga's. Previously, you could teleport to the statue of the new moon in Ashvale and not trigger it, even though you're right behind. But it seems they expanded the radius this patch, because I was fighting the Fatui around here with Varka just for kicks. Because I don't have any of these local legends unlocked, that's right. And then teleported back here to heal because he got killed, obviously, and triggered the quest. It had not been doing that before. It's funky. So, I think we are going to go down to the sewer. That's so good. Huh? Okay, the audio suddenly cut out, and I thought for a second that something terrible had happened. Luckily, it's not really the case. So, who should we put in? Fontanian Engineer. It's talking about... what event was that? This last patch? Last event? It's the last event we did. Oh my goodness, I'm so out of it. Not the photo event, but the... is it the Mondstadt event? There's an event recently where go, they're mentioned. There's this engineer over here in the Flow of Sandra, who, I'm definitely not pronouncing that right, who accidentally disfigured somebody. He's working on a cosmetic at the Institute and got sued and had to go live in the sewers. She was... Where is she? Not over here. Also, before I forget, what I should really do is over in, not Areta, not Crosa. Name escapes me at the moment. It was Lillian. Lillian. She had any dialogue because we met her friend. Change your life. Ah. She was referenced by... Oh, not in an event. The researcher who does the funny hit the bots minigame in Nasha Town references her. That's right. Okay. Wyuba. I'm fine. Don't disfigure me. Figure me. But the big thing is that Soka and Hanya are actually still in Bida Harbor after the event. They gave this place a reason to exist. They actually added the other ones from the events. The original Fungus event, because this is Layla's. Twirly Whirly. Wazara was Yai's. Wazara, Twirly Whirly, it's been a while. Music, music. You guys look like you gotten a bit rounder. Should Spamon say stronger? Just show them and listen to Honey and Soka eating all your meals and then sleeping on time. You're all good kids. Oh. What's this on the table next to us? It's a letter from... Yeah, Yai and Layla. Interesting. Draft of the Fungi Clan. They may be setting up permanent Fungus Mechanicus. They'd better be. Next time we'll take you to see your old partners. Yeah, that's right, once we figure out all the paperwork, we can take you to visit Yai and Layla. It feels wrong to call her Miko. So, a letter from Yai Publishing House. That's... Storm Stress is Soka's, Kindle Joy is Hanya's, Bongo Head was ours. That's right. Hey there, Bongo Head, Kindle Joy, are here to play with you. Don't worry, we'll have plenty more chances to just relax together like this in the future. What shall we do together with our fungi friends, Traveler? Same as always, let's feed them, shall we, with jellies. Good night, seems Hanya and Soka add a bunch of new marvelous jelly flavors based on their experiences. Try feeding our buddies with them. The Bola Fruit and the Bubble Orange flavored jellies. Music, exclamation, both our fungi friends like bubble oranges, reactions are all different. Manga Head looks so content, it's like about to drift off into the clouds after eating a delicious dessert. It's like Kindle Joy can handle sweets now too, it's all energized now, it's sharp and cool as always. And... let's feed them. Had similar things like these in the other fungus events. Use the cloudberry flavored jellies. Fascinating, the fruit-flavored jelly imported from non-crime left our companions deep in thought. Maybe the unfamiliar taste sparked their imagination about what it's like there. If we can handle the invasive species problem, the way we did in Fontaine, we might be able to take our fungi friends out on a low-profile sightseeing trip. And the coffee-flavored. Is the coffee-flavored jellies? Come to think of it, people usually use coffee to stay awake during overtime, right? Do our fungi friends have to work late too? Probably not. Music. It seems like the taste of coffee has made our buddies even happier. Maybe it's best we don't associate coffee with work. If a little bit of coffee can help our fungi friends keep playing without getting tired, that would be amazing. Now let's just make sure they don't get carried away and exhaust themselves. That'll do it. And gestures. We can make some gestures at them. Oh, that's right. With a rapport we have with our fungi friends now, we should be able to communicate using more complex gestures, right? Can even try out some more advanced signals now, you know, those that require more specialized knowledge. You're snapping a photo with a camera. Mostly me when you watch our timing when you take a picture. I'm sure our fungi friends can understand that now. Music. And they reacted quickly, just as expected. At this rate, there'll be photography photos before we know it. And gestures again. The first one was kind of referencing the photo event, I think. Hand it your listening pose. What would that be? Or you're telling them to listen for any movement, and that's definitely a vital skill, and we're on the move, As expected, Banu had kindled joy, settled down immediately. It looks like they're feeling the vibrations through the earth with their little feet. The Pyro one does not really have feet. The way we're working together now, Palman would bet Batamora that we could be ready for danger long before it ever shows up. Combat fungi. Combat pets when? Maybe the next traveler will be a fungus tamer traveler. No. Point at Paimon with your right hand, pat your own head with your left hand. Music. Have Bongo Head and Paimon remember this gesture. Bongo Head's always happy to let Paimon pat its head. Kindlejoy's reaction this time is music. Kindlejoys are not to jump on a Paimon's head too. Now that's what we call progress. That would hurt. That would hurt you, wouldn't it? Probably. And we'll come back later and play with them then. Well, Bongo Head, Kindlejoy, see you later. Don't you worry. Got loads of time to play together in the future. And got the publishing author, Hania, and we cannot talk to her fungi. Hania is here with the game pieces. Golden Comet, Silver Companion, may everything go your way in the days ahead. Remember, you're welcome to come back and meet up with us anytime. Palman hopes so too. Palman feels like, never mind our first meeting, Hania, you changed from the last time we met in Fontaine. You're more noble, elegant, and more considerate. Is that so? Perhaps it's the combined influence of Soka, Mr. Balfour, and Miss Naja. Have you been doing research all this time? Oh yeah, you mentioned on fungi communities earlier. It looks impressive, like the kind of article that lays the foundation for the whole discipline. Or are you going to become a researcher in the future, Hania? You know, one of those masters creates a whole new school of thought. It's not that impressive. Researchers have been exploring these theories even before the very first Niwot Cup, which was the fungus Pokemon event back in 3.2. More than 3 years ago. I've only added a few modest additions to the theory by combining my predecessor's trial and error work, my own experiences with my fungi friends, but your practical experience is unique. You're the only one who can put many of these hypotheses to the test. That's true. If we're talking about who spent the most time with fungi, into that, we'd be at the top of the list, right? Even those who know more theory than you can't match up your real-world experience, Hania. So I want to share these insights by writing a comprehensive guidebook. If I put my all into making it the best it can be, I can help more people live in harmony with intelligent fungi. Also, I really need to thank Soka. If it weren't for her guidance for vocabulary and syntax, I would never have been able to take the ideas in my mind and express them on paper. Taught her to read and write. Besides, I still cook like I'm back in my immersion every day, so she usually handles the meals at camp. After all this time, I still don't know how I should thank her, other than paying her as much extra more as possible. Now that you mention it, she's right. She's been staying with you to help look after your fungi friends since the first Niwot Power Cup, hasn't she? Perhaps this isn't something that can be measured in more. It could be that Soka values something beyond money, like lesbianism. Probably. Maybe. Never mind. Seems that just as I'm getting to know my fungi friends, I shall also spend more time getting to know this partner of mine better. Okay, and let me see. You got anything else to say? If we pick the other route, probably not. Yeah, it's no different. And I did not mean to do that. It auto-selected. Okay. Let's try that again and just blaze through as fast as we can. And it's nice that it stops us for a second if we're trying to just blast through. Nice something beyond money, and okay. Yeah, it was no different. Okay. And what is she doing next? So what's next for you? Paimon wants to know too, besides spending more quality time with our fungi friends, is there anything else you're working toward? Besides the on-fungi community, I also have another work, an introduction to the principles of beast taming to revise. This book was my first attempt at writing, and the wording and grammar are pretty rough, so I did a small test print, just 30 copies. Still, word reached a knight from Mondstadt somehow, and they even went so far as to hire an adventurer to find her camp in the desert and buy a copy. Here she wants to systematically train some raptors and use them as aerial assistants. Hope everything goes well for her, and that would be, I believe, Asia from last patch. I made the event this time. Yep, she mentioned Hania. Exactly. Limited run of proof copies. Exactly. Assistance, everything goes well for her. Buyer from Mondstadt. Looks like you're really making a name for yourself, Hania. You're already somewhat well known before, were you? Were you already a renowned trader even before all this? My theory is that my former partners have been active in various regions and are doing quite well for themselves. As a result, word about me has begun to spread. At this rate, I might even receive invitations to return to my original line of work. Trading Sumpter Beasts, for example, in those traditional competitive matches where you team up with animal partners. Mostly mean a more old-school version of Beast Tamer tournaments. Perhaps we'll even have a chance to test our skills against each other. You never know, maybe we'll enter a tournament too. Sure, if it's one of those classic matches, I'll bring my most faithful and loyal summoner beast, Fluffy the Flower King. I usually get Fluffy roam free in the eastern desert. When the need arises, I meet up with him at a certain oasis. It's been a ritual for years now. Should I have the honor of meeting you on the field, I'll show you what I'm really made of. Don't expect any more smiles and small talk. Why is that? To keep things fair for the thrill of the game. Fairness is a part of it. Can't seem as if we're holding back simply because we're friends, but more than that, I'm just eager to see what you're capable of now. Compete against the two of you would be the greatest honor and pleasure for any beast tamer. Of course, I must face you with everything I have. Well then, let's have a good match when the time comes. In that case, we won't hold back if we wind up facing each other either. Let's give it everything we've got to have a great match. Now, this dialogue was added after the previous event ended. It's interesting. I do wonder, you know, Fungus Mechanicus with non-fungus options. You know, various monsters, no humans or something. I mean, they've done enough auto chess type minigames that I suppose it would make sense for them to make it a perma mode eventually, even though that would kind of step on the toes of Nexus Anima. Well, whatever. And this is still the same. Yeah, okay, cool. And then... let me see about the little fungi playground. Palmon's kinda curious too. Take these counters, for example. Besides providing a place for our friends to rest and have some fun, they gotta have some other use, right? So they do, the foot traffic through Bada Harbor is ideal, so I'm planning to use this place as a platform to help more people understand how gentle fungi can be. Besides selling the finished little fungi, it's a fantastic Fiesta tabletop game. So interesting, can also interact briefly with Kindle Joy and Blitzara under my guidance. So hers and Yai's specifically. Why not the others? Once I'm done with on-fungi communities, I'll be selling copies here too. So that does imply a permanent version of Fungus Mechanicus, I'd say. In time, more people will start to see that you can trust some gentle, intelligent fungi. Got what it takes to be great partners, just like the Saurians and Notlan. Plus, when the time is right, if we ever host more Beast Tamer tournaments, this would be a great operational base. So this place doubles as a spot for you to promote your theories and as a support hub for future events. Yeah, Potland just remembered. You mentioned the Notlanese and their Saurian companions. Have you and your fungi friends traveled through Notlan before? That does... yeah, near the end of the Notlan patches, we did have the last, you know, the auto chess event that was the last one before the last patches. The one that was a flagship event, and that I did not manage to actually beat the post-game of, which, oh well, whatever. Oh, big thing is, I needed to go, all the teams that beat it, actually, did not focus on a single faction. I always tried going for a single faction, which did not work well. You and your fungi friends traveled through Notlan before. That's maybe setting up, bringing the Saurian units back, as they were in auto chess before. Not quite, we only made it as far as the Northwest Desert. We couldn't find a way across to Notlan at the time, so we turned around. But as luck would have it, we ran into some folks from Notlan on holiday, and ended up hitting it off with a lady in a red hat. After talking to her, I learned so much more about how the people in Notlan rely on and trust their Saurian companions. Was that the Saurian warriors who met the Eremites that set up the dance event a couple patches ago? Speaking of which, that lady mentioned she'd actually met you before, and she even told me all about your legendary exploits in Notlan. Never ceased to amaze me. You never stopped being awe-inspiring adventurers who swoop in just in time to save the day, do you? I think I've heard about this before, really. What a small world. Some we know then. Let me think. Could it be New Stacy? It sounds like it could be her, and she's the one from the dance event. So is Hania she met? Maybe. You'll likely be busy traveling to other far-off lands soon, right? I'm going to do my best to look after our fungi friends so they can focus on those urgent matters worry-free. I'm sure they enjoy happy, carefree lives, and Palmon's sure they're in good hands. Even a food lover like Palmon can't guarantee that Bongo Head can be perfectly satisfied every single meal, or stronger and sturdier every year. Okay, and what if we picked the other one? I'm not sure it'll... probably won't mention Nusta then, maybe. It's referencing other events, not just her own. It's interesting. And... yeah, from Dance Dance Dynamic Disco. Come to think of it, we did fight alongside quite a few tribal warriors in Notlan. It's not an exaggeration to say we're pretty famous over there. And then it's the same. Okay, cool. And then, last option. And the notes here. I wonder what they have. Now, the other fun I mentioned. Palmon's right, let's hope everything goes just as you say. Alright, we'll come by to see you again soon, honey. No problem at all. If you have a moment before you visit, send me a letter and let me know what you'd like to eat. As long as it's an ingredient found in Samira, I'll make sure to have it bought and ready for you. How nice. And what are you talking about? Hey there, big shots. Any order for me? Novel is an upcoming mercenary Soka. Is at your command. You know what sometimes surprises Paimon? How Soka's been getting more and more energetic and motivated since she started looking after the fungi friends with Hania. They kind of swapped places. How's the novel business going? Well, the prose for my novella, Labyrinth of Legend, A Hero's Journey, was actually pretty well received. But when Aratani asked me if I planned to keep it going as a series, I thought about and decided that I wanted to focus my energy on the works related to my fungi friends, so I turned him down. So barring any unforeseen circumstances, using pictures and a broadcasting device, my novel into an audiovisual three-dimensional reading experience. Due to insufficient funding, this project was scaled back heavily. In the end, all that was left were the text and illustrations, making it no different from any other ordinary novel, and that's a shame. It's no big deal, that's just how it goes with new generation projects these days. This plan was made to be so ideal, when the time to find artists and composers came, I ran into walls everywhere. Then there's also that claymore they call a budget hanging over my head like a sword of Damocles. Having that claymore drop on me earlier is actually for the best. It kept me from getting carried away with unrealistic fantasies. The creative process is essentially just a series of collisions, sometimes we collide into walls. Thought after thought, but one must learn to embrace the small joys along the way. Paimon's interest should comfort you or call you an optimist. Anyway, with the bad news out of the way, I have some truly good news to share. Finished my latest work, The Fungi Clan. Started with the editors for reviewing and proofreading. In a little over half a year, it should be ready for printing. I'll give you each a copy then. Went with this title in the end, I figured to go for something more complex. I won't lie, I really want to go with that naming style that's all the rage nowadays, when you take a long sentence and insist on making the title like a light novel. However, many light novels that attract audiences with quirky titles also feature rather peculiar settings, with plot twists and positive feedback so abundant the story is saturated with them. Authors who can keep a story racing forward and consistently give their audience a sense of satisfaction are certainly impressive, but not every work has to be like that. If all authors just aim for the so-called optimal solution in their creations, wouldn't it become a kind of cliche? Sooner or later, the audience is bound to grow weary of it. That makes sense. Reading one or two stories with the same formula is more than enough. If everyone writes this way, it might end up doing more harm than good. You need a mix of fast and slow to keep things balanced. Wealth of different styles keeps things interesting. In any case, while writing, I've realized that the bond Hania and I share with our fungi friends, the adventures we had together, feel much more traditional and slow-paced. So returning to a simple, modest title actually fits the vibe of our story much better. Just hope that when the time comes, the readers it attracts will take their time to savor the narrative. And let's see what the notes are once we finish this. And how did she become a mercenary? And again, I don't imagine the paths are different, but maybe slightly. And right. It doesn't seem to be any different. Okay. Cool. And you toured the sites of Natlan Fontaine, Samara together with your fungi friends, capturing many amazing moments along the way. May there be many more trips like this in the future. Oh, and it's the images, the sample images for each mission. That's a Natlan one, Fontaine one, Samara Desert one, and oh, they actually kept the final picture from the event. That's fun. Yeah, pictures and notes from an adventure. I wonder if this shows up if you don't do the event. Because they give keepsake items from other events in the past, but NPCs and objects and world is beyond even that. Up-and-coming mercenary, how did that happen? Well, I've been with Hania for so long that I've picked up all her combat moves. Not only that, but I've actually started taking on mercenary orders in between my writing to help make ends meet. Sure, a legendary beast would probably send me flying in a single hit, but chasing off a few holotrolls, scorpions, or vultures, I can handle that. Paimon never thought things would take this turn when she first saw me in Hania's clothes. Is this a normal for a light novel author? You surely you'll be fine. Of course I'm doing this right, tagging along with Hania to share her food, drinks, and even her fungi friends. Embarking on adventures in foreign lands I once thought of as distant frontiers. Even while I'm just sitting still in camp, there's a steady stream of new things to see and hear. Inspiration to write just flows toward me like a mountain spring. Could I get any luckier as a light novel author? Feels wrong to sit back and enjoy all of this without paying her my fair share. Hello. Been setting aside a portion of my royalties and wages over the last few years. I'm going to give it all to her when the time comes. Hello. After the fungus event, they added the NPCs in a permanent location in Samara, which is pretty cool. 6.6 will apparently be a Samara return for Dottore round 2, so. I don't want to choke on water or anything else for that matter. As you can see, they got the fungus Pokeball from back in 3.2's fungus event over here again. I'm going to give it all to her when the time comes. For royalties and wages, the past year is basically a bride price. Okay, I did not intend to select this, but now that I have someone here to drain luck from, it's time to roll for Escoffier's weapon. In a second. And orders, take good care of yourself. That's right, you always seem to be in such high spirits, so just don't forget to eat well and get enough sleep. Understood that goes for both of you big shots, too. You're after the Fungi clan. Seems to be that a skipped stroke I mentioned she was revising. However, the table is currently covered in handwritten drafts. Most of the chapters look like snippets recorded in a sudden burst of inspiration. The handwriting is wild and unrestrained. Some part with their doctor's prescription. Aside from Soka herself, it's like no one can make heads or tails of it. So they didn't have to write anything, huh? Well, that's cool. It does imply we may be getting a permanent fungus event soon. That would be real cool. So, should we go to Escoffier's Tavern in the Fleuve Cendré or up to the Hotel de Bourg to roll for Escoffier's weapon? Let's put in... Let me see. Fiorina, and then her herself. We'll put in Navia. Party of lesbians or whatever. I don't know. There's a Fontaine Chronicle next patch, which is the smallest one we've gotten so far. It is literally just... oh, goodness. It is only... Oh, goodness. It's just Navia, Clorind, Sigwin, Emily, and Winnie. It is hilariously small. I might go for Emily's weapon, because 6.6... Stygian is gonna have the Keenich Lava Dragon statue. Yeah, if you don't say anything, we're gonna go here for the... Yeah. A 3-hit combo, huh? Not that you ever use these normals. This roll's fun. Okay, well... That's fine. I wonder if they've ever explained... You know, whether this mechanical tail was implanted or something. Looks like it might be. I don't know. The heart ornament part is certainly separate, but... You know, I wonder if it's in her character strings. Yes. Yes. Movement signal tracking. Prosthetics. Installed upon her back. Okay, it's probably not actually surgically attached. Be cool if it was. I don't know. You can see that... Yeah, she cues it up with her bodily movements, even though she's not actually holding the pole on herself at all. That's fun. Okay. Well, on that note, let's waste some Genesis crystals. Got you, we got you, we got this signature. Let's get this one, just for fun. The buff and the attack increase is nice for healing and all. So let's make this happen. Maybe. Is this a good idea? Probably not. My ideas don't all have to be good, you know. Not all of them. Okay, so right now we are at... You know, one of these days, I'm gonna end up losing to Primordial Jadewing Spear. I kind of hope so. Same with Lost Prayer, so I can level something for Kui and not have to be silly and maybe give her Nefer's signature. Okay, that was for Broken Pines. Let's run this now. Alright, and just a second here. Let me check some things. And... Okay. Let's get this started. And flute, got a lot of star glitter handy. If I do have to convert, I can and will. Another flute. It's a Fab Lance, not terrible. 30. And... oh, Kave! Yeah, I'm C6. More Star Glitter. And... let's see. The Bell. We still have not gotten a single character who can use them. I tried making it work on Dia, which obviously did not actually come of anything. It's Rust. Already got R5 using it on Yoimiya. And... okay, now we are approaching Soft Pit. Cool. 61. And I do have enough on hand to level the thing, though I will need to switch around Esco's artifacts to make it really work. Okay. Thank you. 64. I do wonder whether she's going to need any kind of an energy recharge sands, because as of right now, she's got a crit damage circlet because she's using Deathmatch. I'd want to switch her to a crit rate circlet, but okay, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be... ah, there we got it. It's the fork. The Esco fork. Esco Fjork. Bjork. That's 66. Good stuff. Okay. Symphonist of Sense. At 66. And we won the 50-50. Ballin'. Okay. Cool. So in that case, let us level this thing and put it on her. An elegantly built poem said to have been a conductor's baton wielded by a great musician to bridge tune and taste. Do you wonder... her attack should be higher with this thing. It should be, right? Got lots and lots of stuff on hand already to level this thing. It's gonna be a lot of crit damage. And there we go. I do believe I have enough. I may not have crafted it all the way up, but I should. And right down the drain go our... it's a good thing I fight Fontaine local legends for fun. Okay. It's interesting that we got refund on weapon ore for overflow, but not for talent, but I mean experience bucks. And here we have it. 608. Alright, that's fun. Again, that right now at... You know, the big thing is off-field. It's a total of, 56% with a higher base. Yeah, it's actually got a little bit less in the way of crit value. It's actually pretty competitive. It's 2109 versus... and 2209. So it's actually pretty close, but of course, when you get healing, it'll be a good deal more. And the main thing is, it's a buff now that'll help out Skirk. And also it does mean there's less competition for deathmatch in case someone else feels like using it. This is yours. That is... or is it? Wait, originally, I am pretty sure that... Did I? How did... Piece we have lying around somewhere. I believe Yai was using that noblesse originally. I think. Let me just make sure that it... Yeah, because right now you got a full send. That was definitely your off-piece. Yeah, that's the attack. But you know, maybe I don't need to think all that hard about this. I mean, what attack sands do we just have lying around to use? Really? I mean, in the end, if Escoffier has to take something, I don't mind, really. And, yeah, that's your attack piece. Official can keep that. That's the HP energy. No, I'm actually pretty sure that... I mean, if it came down to it, we can make another one for her. It's not a big deal. It's just, why not make a crit rate? 2... No, but... Yeah, why not make you a crit rate piece? Crit rate golden troop. I don't even... not today, though. Not today, though. That's fine. Yeah, I can have the energy recharge or whatever, and you can... Because that's what you were originally carrying, which isn't much good for you right now. Is there a better attack golden troop for you to be using? Is there? Not really. Honestly. There aren't many good options right now. And just no crit rate golden troop. At least no good ones. That ain't bad. That one ain't bad. Yeah, I was using that. But it ain't bad. For her especially. It ain't got crit damage, but I mean, it's got 20 Mundo attacks, so let's keep balling. Cool. What's that gonna look like compared to Deathmatch, actually? She ain't got a lot of energy, whatever, but that's fine and stuff. Can have this crit damage circlet in a... Oh, with this team, you're probably gonna need Fabonius. We're not running you on damage. It's fine. And do I care to learn skirt combos? That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not sure I do. That's Fab, that's Noblesse, it's... Finale, I mean, Marcha set. I never use Skirk outside of Fiorina. I gave her a non-Marcha set, you know, what's supposed to be her actual signature, because it's, you know, it's more flexible in theory. But I've never actually meaningfully used Skirk without her. So it's 2644, 2759. It's at base. 2578. Versus. Yeah, and of course it gets a lot more meaningful when you've got...
Yeah.
Well, actually no, because it's separate percentage attack. Forget I said anything. Okay, well... I guess it's time to do Stygian and stuff. Cool. I mean, the main thing is just I don't have a lot of artifact juices on hand. Would this be enough to level something to max if I had to? But I really just be such a waste right now. You know, to do it just for this. Ugh. 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 You know. And this is fine for what we can currently pull off. Let's see how well that team works. Maybe. Should test its ability to maybe get energy up or something. Maybe. It's just who's a good beat stick? There's a thought. You know what? You're a good enough beat stick. What's that stupid skirt combo like, anyway? People have not done new combos on Skirk. Well, it's all on YouTube. No one does any kind of... Okay. Two N2 dash into Q. What? Can't gain an advantage. Interesting. Apparently it's only better at C2 or higher, so they say. Right. Okay. Havoc Warp. Into charge. Walk. 2 dash, N2 dash, into Q. N2 dash, N2 dash, normal 3 walk. N2 dash, N2 dash, normal 3 walk. Into charge dash, N2 dash, N3 walk. To N2 dash, N4. Okay. And relies on a freezable enemy. What? How much of a DPS increase is it even? It's over 20%. Interesting. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm honestly just too tired to memorize that right now. It's like those ridiculous Mavica combos. But... N2 dash, N2 Q. N2 dash. N3 walk. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Q. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Walk. 1, 2. No. And that's the point where you charge, right? To charge dash and to dash. You know, maybe it isn't that bad. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, charge, 1, 2, dash, 1, 2, 3, walk, 1, 2, dash, 1, 2, dash, 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. You know what? Let's try this. Let's just try this. I think I could pull this off. It's stupid, but I think I could. Okay. Alright. Here we are. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's the rhythm of it, because she gets noticeably faster here. I mean, I'm just getting thrown off by the different rhythm of... She's a lot faster when she's attacking in her combo mode. It's just hard to see. It's telling me I have to do kind of money. Okay. Interesting. I'll try out something. Maybe. You never know. I definitely gotta try this in the DPS checker, don't I? I definitely do. Hello! I have decided that I'm gonna learn the try-hard skirt combo. My life is not painful enough already. How are you doing? Because I'm gonna be doing Stygian and Abyss today, so obviously. Okay. See what that looks like in terms of DPS. That is right. That is the last team we tested out for DPS. You. Okay. Cool. But how you doing? All right. Let's see. And let's just see what it looks like normally. It's doing normal skirt combos, which is to say 5 charge. What do you mean by that? No, really, what do you mean by that? So she isn't even breaking 100. Well, alright. Does this have enough to... Let's test the timing on this. This team does get its energy back, even with... I mean, there are some pretty long completions. Okay. Right here. There we go. Let's stop that. Let's try that again with the try-hard combo. See if that does anything. Okay. And we can get more energy back this way. And this. And it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Definitely not canceling early enough, that's for sure. But it's... That's what's annoying. If I cancel too early, I'm losing those hits. Cancel too late, then it's... I may as well not be doing the combo. Okay. And we gotta kind of dash in. That's what's silly. One, two, one, two, one, two, and yeah, one, two, one, two, one, two, three, one, two, one, two, one, two, three, one, two, one, two, and I, oh, do that too early, definitely do that too early. Way too, I'm honestly too tired for this garbage. I hate employment. Okay. Another one. Just for the additional bonus. Cool. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. No, no. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. Charge. 1, 2. 1, 2. Interesting. No, 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 no. 2 normal, 2 dash, normal 3 walk, and to walk cancel. I mean, this is just silly. This is just silly. Cool down and... It's a speed thing. It's definitely just a speed thing. Thank you. Alright. Let's try this one more time. I just don't know. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2, charge, dash. Oh, I mean, it did get a better DPS slightly, but it... Something going on. Something going on. It's just, again, it's definitely a matter of canceling through. Learning that is... 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. No, it is noticeably a good deal better, actually. Yeah, it's base going to be dashing as soon as I've attacked. That's what I can. That's what I can tell. Okay. There you go. Just like this. Cool. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. Dash. 1, 2. No, it's still not fast enough. We need more speed. But again, it's a question in the test of how early we can cancel that. Because I know. I mean, if it comes down to it, I'm not losing much by just doing like this. This is not a problem either. If we just have to stroke it normally, that's not a big deal. And, you know, that's fine. That's just fine. Still breaks 100, so... It's also maybe... I wouldn't be surprised if the difference might be whether using a percentage finale. Do I know exactly how that would work in practice? Not really, but... Okay, and the cooldown is almost exactly line up. Almost. For Shen to use a second big E rotation. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna make you normal hits, and yeah, this is actually just about perfect. It's an Abyss, which is again a lot gentler than Stygian. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Now, I don't know how it would be meaningfully different with galleries versus whatever else, but I'm not gonna think that hard. They're playing Minecraft? Yeah, they're playing Minecraft. Okay. Let me see. Let's try it like this. Alright, so on Fearless, we got Duran, Bennett, Venny, Varka. Not the Duck team. Let's clear these out just I was trying that on my own, obviously. Let's see. Okay. Alright. The big thing, honestly, is that it really came down to it. Since she's on a 5-piece, she could equip something else, but we don't have to think that hard. Because with the rotation set up correctly, the second Shenhe E exactly gives her back what she needs. So, alright. Barca. Skunk. And oh look, all of these teams are recommended so we get this boost. And then pretty much exactly you've got Satwali, Shiwan, and Kazu Mavuka as the other team people use for this one. Just make sure everyone's got their books, their equipment. The real signature is Favonius, obviously. It feels good to be a low-medium spender. Okay. Everything looks good to me. Okay. Interesting. Alright. We'll do these in order, as per usual. Pyro or Electro and crowd control. Electro charge, ideally. Lunar charge, frankly. Or just deal enough damage. Electro. Cryo. Okay. Cool. This should be enough. I hope. And just like no, we missed. That was not good. Okay. And as much energy to Duran as possible, because goodness knows that he needs the help. And just as so, let's deal some damage too, so we can get crowd control ready as soon as crowd control becomes a concern. Cool. I think we're in a good position here. Yeah, just like this. Now you'll be getting it ready. And target you exactly. This was pretty much perfect. Now Mandragora becomes a big, fat, vulnerable Mandragora, and Varka can pretend to be good at things. Nice. Cool. Now we just put you normally for the remainder of this time. Thank you. We'll go ahead and you are going to... That's annoying. Please don't use that attack. Not that I can boss you around. Oh, here we are. No. Gotta time things a bit differently. Have to cut that rotation short, that was the issue. This one's kind of a rotation puzzle. I don't really like that. Okay. And come on. Thank you. This is where we can get things started, and you'll hit me a few more times, whatever. Then we will, right around here, get things ready as... No, not like that. I don't like it when you do the lighthouse slam. Come on. Cool. And you need to catch that. You need to catch this. And there we go. Thank you. And go ahead and hit me, but don't poise break me. Every little bit we accumulate is for the better. Cool. And now we can... No, I didn't want to do that. Don't tell me that my keyboard is so messed up that my Q button's broken. Okay. The more you catch, the better. Thank you. We need to catch this, and that's fine. Cool. That should be good enough for what we want to do and where we want to go. 1, 2. Cool. And at that. Thanks. Now you're gonna go over here and get that for a second. And yeah. Cool. Just about perfect timing. 3, 4, and well, I missed a hit there, and that wasn't so good. Okay, let's get this back up, and I want to see whether we're going to be able to actually... We might be able to have the timing of the Mandragora overlap. I hope I... Why did you do the lighthouse slam then? That was really, really unpleasant. But actually, this is just about the perfect timing to group you up like this. This may have worked out. Come on. And you get a little bit more Bennett time this way. And one final plunge on you. Let's time it. Goodbye. Exploded. Okay, that worked. It was not going to get under 60 seconds no matter what. Okay. Isn't it great to have a team that works just right off the bat without having to do anything especially special? Even though you are getting hit by these. Come on, come on. Go ahead and you've got this ready. It's time to take advantage of your damage. Thank you. They're really making me miss the Raskolnikov free energy here. Well, whatever. Now you got this going. I do believe that we'll be able to get this ready and defeated before you end up... Oh, that sucked. It missed entirely. Okay. Come on. And wait for that so we can swirl on through. Perfect. Kinda. So the ones that get displaced like that, they aren't getting hit. Vertically displaced is... That's silly. That's really silly. Whatever. Now we're ready. Another one. Go ahead. I like that you're strong. I like that you're strong. Cool. Enough. And you just... No, you do have it going. That's good. Thank you. And... The timing is exactly there for that to whiff. I hate that. Come on. And wait for that. And yep. We want to... No, you're always getting physically displaced, huh? Are you? Maybe. Maybe. I hope not. I think this can go a little bit faster as a result, actually. Cool. And... yeah, fast enough that we can actually miss them. Well, whatever. Come on. Go for another big hit. Okay. Sucrose should be hopefully getting that up soon. Slightly different in a way that actually allowed us to get this going. You know what? Let's toss that down too. Cool. Sucrose on the team in terms of lunar charge damage. That's fine. Not missed. Okay. I hate this guy. It is a shame that enemies with actual devoted theme music don't get it in Stygian. We can do it faster than that. I will say, one of the things that is lame about Stygian, it lacks a lot of fundamental character. There are lots of enemies that have devoted theme music, like the duck, which is so specific that it's even in the rhythm game, and there is no place where that song ever plays in the game. That's sad. Okay. Let's get this going. Go ahead. One of those charges back. Let's hope that Flynn's doesn't miss too many hits. That is definitely hurting things here. Okay. And this way she'll get the free energy back when it's used. Thank you. We will use that on next rotation, maybe. Hopefully there isn't a next rotation, but you know, you can't really always control these things, so... Thank you. Thank you. Please don't go ahead. We need to take you out before you start a new phase. Thank goodness. I didn't want to have to fight the minis again. That's good too. Let's do the last one. No try-hard combos. Oh well. Cool. There we go. You need that. Now, you can afford to take a few hits. You can afford to take a decent number of hits, actually. Nice. We'll just finish on this normal first rotation. Now we can go in. Go ahead, use the big fat one. Nice. Pretty much ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really don't need to count these. Okay. And 2. Cool. Your wiener. Just this. Just slow down the rotation slightly, but whatever. Cool. 3, 4. And we have a noticeable resistance decrease. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5. The attack boost from Esko's signature is real nice too. We are going to iframe that. And it is hurting Drumming a decent amount, but that's not a problem. And this one was really first time it went around. Yeah, it's gonna be right down to the wire. Just like it was the first time. You know, I don't even know how much better having Shenba C1 and Esko signature compared to last time he's even doing me, but you know, as long as it does. There we go. There we go. And I guess for the sake of fun, we could just see how we may do in the context of pick up these, mayhaps. In the context of Dire. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Both the feathers and our okay-ish bounty of Prima Gems. What's it gonna be a deal like this? It won't work. This is kind of C1, well, R1, C1 territory. Maybe even C2, R1. But let's see how close we can get, just for fun. Don't imagine I'll be beating any of these, but still. Okay. And... Alright. What? I don't like getting dodged on. That sucks. Thank you. And... This is very sick. Alright. Alright. As long as that actually hits, because it's a ground impact, which is annoying. But what are you going to do? Oh. No! Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Thank you. This will get it done. The energy gets used just right. Thank you. And that may not have been ideal time to use that attack. It's not for me. 3, 4, and oh, I really don't like that. Yeah, the burst expired too soon. I was not going to get that kill. Venti is probably better here. Honestly. Allows him to obliterate the minis faster, but whatever. Not a huge deal. Okay. And thank you. And just like this. Please do not spin. Thank you. That should tank that. Kind of okay. Hello! I'm trying Dire. It's not going to work, but it's interesting to try. And, you know, what's better than something that's interesting? Maybe something that's good, but... Oh, nice! Do you have Escoffier? Which is to say, is that good for you, or not? You know, how much can you make use of that, actually? Yeah, because I was going for Escoffier's weapon, and I got Escoffier's weapon after going for Escoffier's weapon, so... Okay, understandable. That'll do it. ER Sands can work, but she can also just get batteried by other relevant characters, too. I have her on... Okay, come on. Me too. Getcha. That place. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's nice it has as much tracking as it does, I guess. This is not something we are beating this. This too. Okay, that's fine. I beat Fearless. This is not a victory. This is not happening. But it's fun to see how close we can get, which is actually not all that far away. Gotta love a good Benny shill boss. Okay, cool. And here we go. Yeah. You know, honestly, if I were running EM Venti, we could maybe get close, but there's not that much point in a dire clear one without the others. Yeah, but the team I was using is... Shen here batters Escoffier. Yeah, it's kind of hard for the rotations, because you have to run the rotation 25 seconds or so, because what I'm doing is I'm using Shenhe's C1 to use her tap and hold skill in a single rotation to help battery Escoffier, and also just make sure I'm getting both attack percent bonuses, because you get burst and skill percent from using her tap. You get normal and charge from using her hold, which is interesting. Okay. Thank you. We definitely do not have the juice for these decks, right? At least not without the lunar charge hits, sure, but the raw damage definitely no. Yeah, it's rail territory. It's rail territory. So when I actually spend cash on this, but unless you're getting this, Dire is C1 R1 territory. My level of investment is C1 R0. I mean C0 R1. I can't talk to that. Which means it's kind of a non-starter for me. Okay. No, this isn't Kushida. Last patch, I was actually able to beat Raskolnikov. Because he's kind of easy as far as things go in terms of... Oh, these bosses, Yep, you are not going in the middle? That was... Yes. Oh, the timing was just poor. Yeah, as expected, unfortunately. It is interesting to see when you decide to do that phase transition. Okay. Thank you. Keep going duck mode. That's whatever. Okay. Thank you. And go ahead. The ducks are supposed to deal percentage damage based on the amount of damage actually inflicted. I, so far, have not really seen that materialize. Not that it's mattered much out of I have fallen for that trick a number of times. Nice. We can get about, reliably, 75% of HP down. Both of those are... Varka doing better than Skirk is perverse, though a lot of that is Venti. I don't know. I mean, in the main sense that Varka is very, very specifically he's kind of a multi-target character, whereas Escoffier, I mean, Skirk is very much single-target. Especially as a character who's a Shenhe and build-ups. But what are you gonna do? Okay. Cool. And... no, that's fine or whatever. We don't need both buffs this time. Maybe. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna beat this anyway. This is just for fun. I did also try learning the try-hard skirt combo. It did not materialize. I did not have that dog, unfortunately. I don't know if I had any dog. This one is vile. I mean, if you can do the try-hard skirt combo, and probably sync up your rotation so line up with its damage red window, because when it stops doing its sweeper mode, it doesn't have the rest decrease anymore. And this one is actually Satan. Okay. Come on. And, you know, taking hits as a arena team isn't necessarily a bad thing. This is what Coke looks like and sounds like. Well, I'm sure you could tell. Okay. Now, let's go in. Battery Escoffier. But she actually didn't do it that time. And we can get a little under half HP. Awesome. Okay. I mean, the big thing is that Skirk is incredibly restrictive and honestly just not that good. Juice is kind of not worth the squeeze. It might be different if I had a 5-star weapon on Shenhe, I don't know, but... Okay, Stygian's done. Let's do Abyss. This will be simple. And it is the same situation. We're still going to run that. Scroll reaction, Windlash, Moon, 1 second, Windlash reaches 4 Shockwave, and Unleash, dealing true damage, consuming all Windlash at the same time when it's stacked. Every 0.1 seconds, on Shockwave and Unleash every 6 seconds. Oh look, it's... Varka Shill, okay. And I always like running these, just for fun. That hard shuts down the Skirk team, so We're gonna run the skunk team on the first half. And it'll rip through everything. And then I think once this is done, I'll go check out the NPCs in Nasha Town that I still need to talk to. Because there are people like that who exist. Okay. At least I don't really have to worry about energy here. Small wonders. Okay. Honestly, it's the Varka? It does... Varka can deal a good more damage by just... No, Venny still uses Bennett's buff. I guess because he can kind of use it better, because he can snapshot. Interesting. I mean, you maybe think that Varka would enjoy having a bit more time, but I guess it isn't making that much difference since it's not going to extend to a second big E either way. Okay, that's fine. Let's humiliate early Abyss. That's fine. Cool. And there we are. Oh, wait. It's already done. Yeah. Yeah. Avatar. And we do 2 shots. And he didn't even get to hit. Okay. That's fine. EM won't help much of anybody. At least it's slightly more pointless to stop. Okay. And this means energy for her. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1. Alright. Alright. Okay. And go ahead. Not that you need the help. And I thrown that, and it should honestly be, yeah, just bet. Durin is enough. Alright. And that's fine. Energy recharge is always tasty. But I mean, it's just 3. Most of the time, you're just using the skills. Okay. Let's tap, warp to him, kill him. Tap, warp to him, kill him. Alright. Already got that back, and this is the only one here that's kind of interesting. Okay, cool. Isn't it nice being able to swirl? Okay. You did not even get to absorb him. That's whatever. Okay. And just the animo hits are enough. I hope you enjoyed being immune to half my damage. Okay. Foliar Swift. We can burn these things. And we do have healing on one of the... Honestly? More like this. Cryo and Dendro can coexist, so that's cool. Okay. If needed. Cool. Let's just see. No, that was not where I wanted you. Not that it really mattered. Okay. Try this and oh, look. Wow, let's freeze you. That certainly makes things easier. Okay. And also, you don't have energy worries, and Skirk did not get to do anything. Okay. Skunk. Nobody here needs max HP. Skill damage is actually pretty big here. Okay. That's fine. And then... Well, that's cool. Didn't need the help. Ooh, look. And Yep, successfully frozen. That's fine. Maybe, definitely overkill. One single 5-hit combo. You know, the one thing I can say about that tryhard skirt combo is that since she doesn't do any N5, she doesn't get to see her cool. She never manifests that cool burst claim. So, one loss. Alright, okay. That's actually... I guess you didn't actually hit and therefore didn't get any particles. At least it's still easy. Okay. We got that girl in. Okay. Freeze again. And just we won't have energy issues in the actual chamber, because Scourge generates a good amount of particles from hitting things. But that was probably not. We needed to actually check that. Yeah. Yep, eroding avatar. We want pyro. We want pyro. We want various things. Healing on that side, pyro on that side. Yeah, this is also kind of a Varka one side, Skirk on the other. If I really wanted to, you know, maybe I could start equipping 411. That'd be silly, but it's not that interesting. There's a reason nobody actually does that. Because they are also very suited towards specific characters too. So. Oh, I maybe didn't want that yet. Oh, whatever. Thank you. I also didn't really want that being a file. Okay, cool. Thanks. Please don't get hit. There's also just no time to show. That's interesting. I mean, of course, because it's defense. You know, it's interesting that they haven't done a defense. 412, not in my memory. Okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing that we didn't bring Gale in. Okay. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or totally hit, I guess. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to do much more. This is still good enough. I love SDFA actually being a good skill DPS. Yeah, that's just not that interesting. Okay. Over here. And that'll absorb everyone if needed. Cool. Thank you. Yes. Normal line. Loading avatar. Brute force it. Yeah, if it's not even a single engage, it's not that interesting. Okay. Cool. And cool. Thank you. 3, 4, 5. And if we keep you frozen the same amount of time, actually, passes. It's interesting. 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Cool. Interesting. Team energy loss. Well, it didn't matter that much. The best way to break those shields is actually Ayaka. Or maybe I'll Hythen. Haven't thought that hard. Okay. Oh look, it's Claymores. Claymores would be great here, wouldn't they? Well, or you can just kill them. Okay, cool. And 2, 3, 4. Yep. Not a problem. Cool. Radiant. And we are going to freeze you. Nice. None of your silly health drain nonsense. We are going to keep you permanently frozen. Yep, see ya. Now the real part starts. Animo damage dealt by the active character. That's arguably more of a Venti shill. I kind of wonder whether a Venti team wouldn't be better here. The second side, normal attack, cryo damage. Oh look, and that's Skirk and I guess Rithesli. Battle hardened elite treasure hoarder. It's Hiljetta. Well, I haven't fought yet. The battle hardened radiant glacial wolf, who I also haven't fought yet. And now I've fought all 3 local legends without seeing any of them actually in world. How funny that is. Attack is great here. Helps Esco's healing too. And no, not like that. Okay. Let's see how many rotations this takes me. The closer we get this to the middle, the more chance of Volca being able to actually make use of this. What? No. Come on. Okay. Thank you. Let's try to get this closer to the center of the arena. Yeah, this is actually kinda decent. Kinda. Okay, cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And everything kind of is connecting. Good stuff. Okay, cool. Now, I think we can collect that, can't we? Maybe not. Oh, and of course it's going down to a 3rd rotation. Oh, I really don't like this. Okay. Oh, come on. Let's make this nice and quick. We don't really need that, do we? No, not really. Nice and fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go away. Thank you. No, I hadn't set that up so soon. Maybe. I want to try that again. I want to see how quick we can do that. Okay. Come on. Come on. And that did successfully interrupt you. Nice. And cool. Annoying. I'm doing okay. How are you? I am just trying to take down the perpetual mechanical array, as one does. Best way to spend an evening. Maybe. I don't know. Not really an evening spender expert. Okay. And see how well we can get this through. We can set this up in time. Pretty much. Okay. Go right and 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's better. Let's try to get that as good as possible by probably dodging that overload. Trying to get a nice quick abyss clear with this team here. It's interesting. Thank you. And back that way. And let's see if we can't get in here. And ooh, you didn't dodge. That is really convenient. We can steal a bit of a march, I suppose. Nice. Oh, and you know, if we were to complicate this slightly, big thing is trying to line up the final bit of a rotation with the start of everything we do. And you're right here. Okay, and just like that. Just like this. Cool. Yeah, I think this may be it. Cool. And die. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go away. Perfect. That is what I wanted. That's what I wanted. line up that buff window. Okay. This is where it gets fun. Okay. Let's see how well we're lined up here. And that's one. And she is in fact frozen. That will do it, I suppose. 3, 4, 5, and it's the Radiant Moonfly, which can't be frozen proper. Okay. Let's see how well this goes. And... Alright, cool. Thank you. We're gonna try to catch that particle if we can. And... we can't really get... No, we can get healed back up to maximum. Now we're disentangled, and now you're gone. Fantastic. Let's keep going. And crit rate increase, crit damage increase. That's good, but maybe healing would be better. No, that's still good. Let's get this going with what we've got. Especially since you're annoying, non-sitting duck. Okay. I don't like when you do that attack so quickly, honestly. Alright, now let's try that again. Then he needs to catch his own particles to have that going right. Catch your own particles, you bum. Okay. Thank you. Now we will, just like so. I framed through that due to the burst. Isn't that nice? And we got a good amount of damage just sitting. I don't think this chamber is going to be all that much of a problem one way or another. And oh look, we can swirl your own pyro onto those flame granites and hit you nice and hard. Now this one was not going to present an issue. There was no welcoming party or any kind of cheese. Finished it out with a big... We didn't get to do the skill. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. There's a guardian. Let's try to get this in the middle, actually, if we can. Keep them frozen, and there we go. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is generic Hildetta. If such a thing could even exist, I suppose. Either frozen, use overloaded to break the battle line to prevent the armor from attaching. And that will also very kindly give us more damage. Gives us a damage buff, which is really cool. As long as we keep this freeze active. And... Yep, she got hit and did not get to equip any of her armor. Please don't hurt me. Alright. Yeah, we're not having any problems here. Okay, that's the end of it, I suppose. Then he needs a particle catch first thing, and we'll summon your spirit. I think you are. Yeah, and the best way to get rid of this is Pyro Swirl. I wonder who they're shilling. Okay. And it's... Holy crap, it's gone already. How long do you stay down? This will be important for when I actually do the Valiant Chronicles. Pretty much a whole Vorka damage window. Yeah. It's a good 10 seconds or so. Nice. And... yeah, this is just an execution. We could use the burst. It didn't even get to hit. Okay. Oh look! That's the game's most egregious shield bonus. Good stuff, I guess. Actually, it's very bad stuff. That's kind of the point. Okay. At least it's easier in Abyss than Stygian. Thank you. And it's not going to be one rotation, but it's going to be, you know, 1.5 or something. Maybe we could even actually go for the nuke burst. I basically never get to do that. It's never a good idea. Okay. Nuke. It did it! That's the first time I've actually managed to make use of that. Nice. Cool. Okay, well, that'll do it. Fun. So with all of that out of the way, want to, I suppose, poke around the rest of Nasha Town, because, and again, I did like a fool, because they increased the trigger radius. Usually, before this patch, you were able to go here and just use this statue without automatically triggering Illiga's Chronicle. Maybe it's something else I did, though I probably did just change it, but I wouldn't accidentally triggered this, so that's some Illiga dialogue. That got missed. Oh well. Voiced, to boot. Bad news for the 3 Illiga fans in existence. The few and the strong. Okay. Well. Oh. The big things got accomplished, so... Theater refreshes soon. Not today. Maybe I'll do it when we get another Inazuma Chronicle, then I can gamble more of my life away. Get Ayaka's signature or something. Maybe, at that point in time, it'll probably be with Inazuma buffs. You wanna do co-op? For what purpose? If you want to fight some bosses, or if you want help farming. I mean, if you want to take... Not in a take specialties sense, honestly, because... I don't really like when people... I don't like people to muck around in places I haven't 100% at exploration yet, which is just a new area, but it's there. But if you want to fight some bosses, or if you want to fight some local legends, I'd be more than down. If you need help farming, or you just want to farm with someone, it's up to you. Otherwise, I was going to be running around Nasha Town like a chicken without its head cut off. Which is to say, not very quickly. Oh, okay. That's fun. Is there a boss you need someone to help you fight? Because... I think I'm in a good position to help you out if you need help. So. Okay. I mean, if you need assistance, the offer is... There's a standing open offer, I suppose. If you want to just get some of the... It's right here. There you go. You can try to steal my account or something. Bonksa. Welcome. If you need anything explained, just give me a holler. I'd like to ask for directions. Hey, you're new here, ain't you? Good thing you ran into me. Nasha Town's far from a safe haven. Go around asking questions like that, you'll be eating more scams than cream cakes. Bonksa. If you're here on vacation, I recommend taking a walk around the square in front of the Merchant Guild. Scenery is whatever, you can swing by Mead Boy and snag some Sneznine souvenirs to bring back home. Lots of people do that. If you're strapped for more and looking to amend that, I recommend you head for the flagship, look for Krushak, and the jobs he offers pay pretty well. If you're here for business, then you should make a beeline for the Voynich Guild. Get the latest market scoop from them before stocking up on anything, that way you won't make any losses. Still stores, aren't they? Sure, my recommendations are correct. I'm the guard here after all. Why would I lie to you? A guard. Are there even such things here? Everything's self-explanatory. Don't be like that. Nasha Town's full of twists and turns. There are streets around every corner, waiting to prey on the unsuspecting and foreign-looking traveler. Find yourself in hot water if you just wander around. Okay, so who are these scammers you keep going on about? Well, I can't just expose them to outsiders, right? How else am I supposed to make a living? In any case, if you want to go in and look around, Krushek from the flagship, Goitsune from Meadboy, and Karo from the market are all good people. As for other places, you should be careful about spending money there. Don't say I didn't warn you. And he doesn't have any special dialogue for special characters, apparently, so you were the real scammer all around, huh? Miyagard, a scammer. Don't be ridiculous, you couldn't teach him to lie, even if both our lives depended on it. Seriously, nervous and people. Okay, I'll pick that up. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a rush. I'll be sure to give you a proper introduction to Nasha Town next time, then. I don't think there are guards here. Okay. And yeah, no. In that case, yeah. I'm invading your world. Yeah. If you need someone or something beaten up, we are close to the... not close to the hypostasis. Not close to any bosses, really. Who is... You know, honestly... it would work really well right now. If we're gonna run these characters. And that's a team with Varka pretty buffed, so... point me in the... because you're running Animo and Pyro, I'm running Animo and Pyro. He's maxed out on power. Teleport to something you want me to kill for you. I'll kill it for you. If you like. Or even if you wouldn't. It's up to you. It is kind of silly how that shockwave appears even when you're not hitting anything. Baked in graphical effects are... It is also interesting how... the slash effect does not stop. It's a perfect circle. I mean, it... Do you want help running a couple of domains? That's an option. Okay, if you need help leveling up your character, best thing to do is farm ley lines. You've got a certain amount of resin per day, and I will say, I mean, it's best to use it, but the best thing to do is to level up your world level by doing quests and exploring, because that will end up decreasing your, well, increasing the rewards you get. You can't teleport directly to me. You teleport to the closest teleport waypoint, domain, or statue, all of which work as good teleport points, and then you come over to where I am. That's all. Yeah, they will not let me start these, so... But the gold ones are money, and the blue ones are experience. And... it's kind of a question of which one you need more at the time. So start this thing up, and I'll kill everything for you. Oh wow, I don't even need to be using anything. Okay, that's fine. Oh wow, cut damage alone. Okay. And you used to only be able to use 20 resonant ones. Now you can use up to 40. So this is what I would recommend. Just using... if you don't have anything better to do, spending your resin on more on experience, and next one is down there. And you can see on your map, the mini-map if you're close enough, generally the big one, the next one around. Yeah. If you need to use up your daily resin and you don't have anything particularly in mind, the best option is often just money and experience books. Because if you're going for new characters or trying to make the ones you have stronger, that's a good option. Also, you don't need to farm artifacts until you hit World Level 9 or the strongest versions, and it's kind of a waste until then, so don't worry. Being able to dispatch them just physical normals is so perverse. Okay. Alternatively, your Amber does require a boss over in Wee Way. You'll see it. It's the Pyro Regis Spine. It's in this general vicinity. You'll see it when you unlock the statue. Next one's over here. Yeah, Varka's not on banner anymore, but he's fun because since he's the tallest character in the game right now, he's really, really fast. Okay, okay. Let me see who you got. There's no character showcase. If you want me to look at a character for you, you can put him on character showcase and turn on show details, and I can give you recommendations if needed. Oh, Fremi. This may be a little silly, but if you don't mind spoilers, Mika, who you may not know about, he's a physical buffer primarily intended for Eula. If you know about Hexerai, which is the Mondstadt faction sort of deal that some characters have going on, Mika should apparently be getting buffed soon. Noelle is good, but you kind of need her C6 for her damage to be good. She's good with Furina, because she can both heal the team to help Furina get her buff up, because Furina buffs the team when the team gets healed, and also make use of it herself, because she has pretty good damage at C6. Getting constellations from the shop is kind of a scam, except for maybe Xingqiao and Noelle, I would say. And Bennett at least at C1 to make his buff no longer reliant on character HP percent. Diluc is not bad. He's not amazing. Diluc has the specific strength of having the highest base plunge damage multiplier in the game. So, do you know the character Xian Yun? Xianyun, or Xian Yun, I guess. She's the human version of a NPC bird named Cloud Retainer. Her whole deal is that she makes it easy to use plunge attacks. And since Diluc has naturally strong plunge attacks and she buffs them higher, Diluc is a good option to use with Xian Yun. So if you're interested in using Diluc because you like him as a character, the best thing to go would be to go for, say, Xian Yun, Furina, or he can also be used with Satuali for a melt team, potentially, and be a pretty good plunge DPS with Xian Yun and Bennett generally, and then, 2 out of 3 of Bennett, Satuali, and Furina. Furina is definitely the option you would probably have access to. Well, Bennett is the option you would have access to. Furina is probably a little more general use. If you had to pick between Furina and Satuali, I'd probably say Furina. But of course, it's a question of when any of those are getting a rerun. And yeah, as much as it hurts to say, Diluc is probably the second least useful character on Standard Banner right now. The worst being Chi-Chi. Jean can at least run Viridescent Venerer. I think he and Jean are kind of tied. Because Mona got buffed when Hexerai got added a few patches back. No, actually, never mind. Kaching isn't really good for much of anything. Diluc is decent. He's about mid-range as far as standard characters go. He's not amazing, but he's not terrible. There isn't anything in particular, other than plunging, that he's great at. But if you just need someone to beat stuff up for you while you're starting out, it's no problem. Honestly, I don't want to say too much about story, but in the next few patches, there is apparently a character who's going to be a devoted superconduct buffer, or going to make use of superconduct, which is a reaction that Fremine also makes good use of. So if you've got Fremine, if you'd like to make use of him, and he's quite good, I'd say. He's fun, not amazing, but he doesn't take a lot to make useful. And notably, if you ever roll on the weapon banner, Fremine uses Skyward Pride as one of his best weapons. In part because, he builds physical damage. Skyward Pride's effect is adding more physical hits, so he can actually maximize use of them. Especially since his multipliers are not especially amazing to begin with. But I guess right now you could maybe try leveling Lisa to use with him. Because specifically he wants Superconduct on the team because he's running physical. Cryo Fremine is not especially good. Escoffier, who's on banner right now, can make him kind of useful because she can make any cryo character useful. But I would not run Fremine with Escoffier deliberately on purpose. Honestly, what I would say is wait for Snezhnaya so that when, save up for Snezhnaya if you want to get strong, so that you can afford to roll for a few characters and make a meta combo too. It's a surprisingly broad audience game, I'd say. Online I saw someone who said they played it with their mother. Okay. And is it letting you spend 40 resin at once? I mean, if you're using Condense, it is what it is, but... Yeah, we can run a few more way lines, I think. If you're consuming 20 per... Okay. Because you want to get the enemy drops too? That's reasonable. Once you've depleted, I'm probably going to go back to what I was doing before, but I'm glad to help. If I'm on and you need help defeating or to messing something up, it's fun enough. Okay. Okay. Flopper Flower. It is so silly being able to beat them up with these physical hits. Okay. What I will say is that if you wanted to use Animo Traveler long term, it would, well, one, it would be kind of hard. I don't rush story, but once you beat story, once you catch up with where story currently is, every Traveler gets a variant, gets a minor buff. So that may be worth looking into. Big thing is, like I said before, don't bother trying to actively farm artifacts until you reach, I think it's world level 8, world level 7, where you unlock the most difficult variant of domains. Because artifacts, it's not worth trying to get non-5-star artifacts. For the Traveler, you go to other nations and you unlock a statue with a 7 there. The only one that's actually kind of good is Dendro Traveler. And that's because Dendro is good. Notlun and Notcry have pretty big numbers power creep in terms of enemy HP, because Dendro's power is based on the reactions it can do, which means it was actually really free-to-play friendly. And that was an accident, and they corrected that by doing big numbers power creep. But for anything Fontaine or earlier, Dendro can handle it without issue, especially if you're at a low world level. If you want something that will probably just handle everything for you, best option would be just go to anywhere in Sumeru, interact with any statue with a 7, get Dendro Traveler, and then you can use Lisa, who gets a natural elemental mastery just by leveling up, and then you can use Aggravate, which is a very strong Dendro reaction that adds bonus damage to every hit that applies electro damage that you deal, or Dendro damage, but in your case, electro would be the important one. And get rid of pretty much everything in your path up until Notline. So that's kind of the dominant strategy. Anything past that, you either have to kind of white knuckle it or get characters, but the characters should be coming late in this patch. The Superconduct buffer is also most likely going to be the first character who has access to the gimmick for Snezhnaya, most likely, for reasons that I don't want to say too much about. In the same way that Anefa was the first character to have Nodcry Moonsign mechanics, although they weren't fully implemented when she came out. You want to fight Andreas? If you want to fight Andreas, I'll fight Andreas for you. I do? Oh, do you not have the sword? Oh! I guess you haven't done Razor's... You have to do Razor's story quest to unlock this boss. So... That's why he's not here yet. Alright. Yeah. Also, if you ever get the urge to go for weapons, or think that long-term you'll be rolling for characters' weapons, Linnea is coming out in about a week and a half. And she is a character who, her gimmick, beyond just combat, is making mining really easy. When you do Razor's story quest, there's a ghostly sword that spawns there. It's the object you interact with to start that weekly boss. That's all. So... Are you out of resin? How much resin do you have left, actually? I'm surprised that took multiple hits. Here's a really fun fact, I guess. Originally, they were going to make a GOI of the Storm variant. They never did. It was supposed to come out with Dragonspine, which was 5 years ago, and before I even started playing. But they never did that. Okay. If you open your map, it's going to be at the top right of the screen. Whenever you interact with a ley line, it will also just tell you how much you have left. But... Imagine what it would be like if... Okay, if you only have 8 left, then... Oh, okay, 621. So in that case, we have... We got 3 left, that's fine. That's okay. Go ahead. Okay. Here's a fun fact, though they would have been defeated in one hit either way. Human enemies are specifically weak to physical damage. It hasn't been relevant in a long time because physical has always sucked. Well, physical has sucked for a while. But Ruin-type enemies, Ruin Guards, Ruin Sentinels, who I don't think you've seen any of yet, are all slightly resistant to physical damage. So it... Oh my goodness, that's right. You still have the barrier of wind here. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Alright. And there's an Oculus for you. It's weird having those at ground level. Because I never got to see this myself. That's right. Okay. So, is there anything else in particular that you would like my assistance with at the moment? Otherwise, I'll be heading back to Nodcry to do Nodcry things. Ah, and there's the wind barrier. That's fun. 3 animo damage. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I could be of assistance to you today. Oh, I can't unlock Statues of the Seven for you. For better or worse, that is something that you gotta do for yourself. If you run into a combat encounter that you need help with, just say the word and I'll pop in for you. But Yo, as much as I would love to go around and just pop them all for you, they won't let me. The government won't let me. Oh. Okay. So we got Turley, the real guard. So there is a guard. Huh, I'm not really sure. You should ask someone else. Tell me a bit about Nashita. It's a merchant guild in the harbor. Inside there are banks. Need food or a place to stay. You can look for them yourself. It's an Irish name. Being a guard looks like a pretty cushy job. If that's all from you, please leave. I need to get back to sleep. I mean, standing at attention. Okay. And is that person also a guard? No idea. I know I am. Looks a little shady, really, from where I'm sitting. You look like the suspicious one. And alright, I shan't disturb you then. Let's see. Let's have some more high percentage dark chocolate. It's got a very fruity flavor to it. Not from sugar, but from the quality of the chocolate. The same compound that makes fruit sweet, well, the ones that aren't just sugar, are also present in cacao. I mean, it is a fruit, too. So, I describe myself as an aficionado of highly dark chocolate. I like 90, even 100% dark. But of course, sometimes you run into quality questions. And let me see. Koten Kova, the apprentice engineer. Robots really are a wonderful invention. They make the best leisure companions anyone could ask for. What do you mean? Koten Kova. Almost cherry-like flavor. I've actually already talked to most of the people in town, because to gather intelligence. What do you mean? Well, they're a real help when I'm working, but where they truly shine is when it comes to providing emotional value. Working with robots helps reduce the stress of working, but playing games with them is even better. That's kind of cute. And these are all just throwaway. What do you mean? Goodbye. Right, goodbye then. And we got Sissibor. Is that it? Carrot and radish that we stole. Still, my ability to adapt to moon power is improved. I guess that's the silver lining. And there was a cloud then. I presume a cloud. What is that referring to? Oh, yes, actually, some time ago I ran into some... Oh, as in... That's the silver lining, so there's a cloud. Cloud with the silver lining. It's not referring to anything we know of. Time ago I ran into some accident, or so they say, because I've forgotten everything that happened. Some quote-unquote friends filled me in. We're in the Baramos Barrens, north of here. They said I disappeared in the blink of an eye. Could have dug up the entire area and not found where I went. And days later, they found me exactly where I'd vanished. But I couldn't remember anything, not who I was or what happened to me, even before the accident. Do any of your friends have it out for you by any chance? You're saying someone planned it? I don't think so. I'm not someone worth robbing. I don't know why, but I feel like my moon power adaptability is improved by leaps and bounds. Things continue to go on the upswing. I might even be able to find more work. It's the best kind of ending I can hope for. Spirited away by the fairies or something. Goodbye, goodbye, and moon power. You seem to have great adaptability for it. I envy that. My friends say I used to be hypersensitive to Kuvaki moon power. Nosebleeds for days, huh? No, I don't get them as much. I'm not really sure how the accident was related to this, but that's all there is to it. Limpu the peddler who gave out the candies in Columbina's Moon Prayer Night quest. Hey there, want some pastries or shredded carrot stuffed ones are the most popular, and meat stuffed ones are great too. Let me see what you've got. Sure thing. Have a gander. Oh, he does sell a recipe. Fruit tandem turnovers. Pastries baked with berries. After the fermented dough is rolled into long strips. Sugar and berries are added, and the whole thing is rolled up to bake before being sprinkled with chopped berries, usually paired with coffee. This confection takes center stage at breakfast and during afternoon tea. Recipe for the fruit tandem turnovers. Wimpu. Wimpapoo. Wimpu. And is that anyone's specialty? It's Yahoda's specialty basis. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Storm Dvalin is not the main villain of the game at all. Do you want spoilers? Well, do you mind spoilers? Well, are they that popular? Hey, don't just take my word for it. Just ask any of the kids around here. They can't keep our pastries or praise for them out of their mouths. But the treasure hunters are the ones who buy the most. Oh, Yahoda. So that's why it's her specialty, maybe. I mean, you can tell why, right? They're nice and big, fill your belly, and don't put a scratch in your Mora pouch. Just buy a bag of them and pop two in your mouth when you're feeling peckish. Oh, and all those who don't have the time to sit down for a full meal at Speranza come straight to us. If you have time to go to Speranza, well, if you got a moment, the appetite Speranza's meals are great. And ashamed to admit my pastries can't measure up to a full dinner from that restaurant, huh? I mean, if I wasn't running the stall and had some time to kill, I'd head over there too. And fun at the moment, thanks, sure thing. If you ever change your mind, you know where you can get non-quest most value for more food. There are some characters who only show up at night, but I've seen them. It's the intel broker, primarily. Okay. And I buy adventuring, which is to say, doing your dailies, doing the Archon quest line, and by going out in the world and opening chests. Notably, achievements do not give you any on their own, but let me see. Got Dabeat, who we've already talked to, because... Yep. Okay. Hanu the Newsy. He from Sumeru. Papers, get your fresh newspapers here, sirs and ma'ams. Storm Terror is not the main villain. Storm Terror is not even a villain. You'll see. There are some people who think he might be playable, eventually. After 5 years of existing, at least. What ho, what news today, young man? Well, a treasure hunter pretended to be a Fatui officer, put on an arrest warrant for himself in the flagship, but the Fatui discovered the fake, and now they've issued a real one for him instead. I need to take a look first, please wait a moment, and then have someone basically cash in on his own bounty. Interesting. Aw, cute. Oh no, it's okay, I'm fine without any papers to read. Okay. Already talked to him, already gotten scammed by him. Yep, he's got nothing new here at the moment. And Pekna, who, if we had done that guy's investment coupon scam, she would have been the one to tip us off. And, okay, not much here. Have I read this one before? I can't remember. Oh, place cards. We're not doing that right now, though. What are you reading? Books, I guess. Can't really read the hard ones. Illiteracy, so I'm just picking up the entertaining novels with fun stories. But I think I've read nearly all the new arrivals, so now I'm thinking of adding old ones to my backlog. Do you have any recommended reads? Recommended? Sorry, I don't really know what's good or bad or what all the plots are about, really. Just here to kill some dumb and flip some pages. If I have to pick one, I'd go with the Legends of Reed Miller, Thief Extraordinaire. He is the founder of the Treasure Hoarders. Shopkeep says it's the resident bestseller. Since it's popular, it's probably not the worst one, which means it's still worth a read. Not especially discerning. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, what was that? Oh, never mind. I pity her mental feebleness. Okay. Vangamak, the engineer of the lift. This lift was inspired by the one in Maritime Harbor. No matter where you go, there's going to be a Fontanian engineer. Maritime Harbor is a spot in Fontaine that you can actually go to if you want. Right now, even. Okay. But Nodcry was created when Samara was getting released, more or less, to basically act as a way to tie up loose plot threads from all the other nations. It was a good idea. This lift was inspired by the one in Maritime Harbor. Tell me a bit about this lift. Have you ever been to Fontaine? Both Maritime and Medusa harbors have a grand lift that's capable of transporting even the heaviest ships. It happens wherever you are, but if you're talking about collecting the rewards, you do that at the Adventurers Guild, which is in each nation's capital city. Those lifts are miracles of engineering, bigger, better cousins than this little fella here, both in terms of size and precision engineering. That's said to have built something like this in Nashatown of all places. Don't feel too guilty blowing my own trumpet. After all, not everyone has the talent of the great Monsieur Guillotine. It's Owain Guillotine, the great engineer of Fontaine's history. Oh! I would say doing world quests, because those will give you lots of experience, as well as access to treasure chests, which will increase it even further. If you get the oculi that you find around the area and turn them into the statue, those will also give you experience too, and it will also increase your stamina, which is also very important. This little facsimile took all the knowledge and savings I had to construct. Now that I'm complaining, it's worth every mora. Guillotine. You tell me you haven't heard of Owain Guillotine. He was a great engineer who lived a few centuries ago. He was the one who set up the Fontaine Research Institute, and those lifts I told you about were all built to his designs. It's a shame he never had any children or close friends. Apparently he had a bunch of important discoveries that were stolen after his death by Sandrone. It's not what sort of a person seals research papers. I shan't disturb you, alright? If you ever need to take the lift, you know where to find it. Why are we saying shan't? Are we really that fancy? No. Probably. And oh, there's not space left. What should I be leveling? Honestly. Hard to say. I guess we could. But if he was gonna get Hexerai, I don't think there's a great reason to. I don't know. If nothing else, these are good off pieces and Fremine pieces, so we can make him marginally better. Not daily. Yeah, kinda. There are daily quests that you unlock after enough progress that will give you a meager but steady amount of various resources, including Prima Gems. It's the most consistent way of getting those things. So, you also get a little bit of Battle Pass progress from logging in every day, which is also pretty useful, because if you're talking about consistent rewards over time, the best source is probably the Battle Pass, which is pretty generous even when you aren't paying for it. If you're talking about, you know, the most impactful thing in the game, in terms of bang for your buck, if you had any interest in spending, which I am not going to pressure you into, is by far the Battle Pass and the Blessing of the Welkin Moon. Because this gives you pretty large amounts of Prima Gems per day. Hello! I am instructing a new person on how to play this game. For better or worse. And then this, the paid half of the Battle Pass, or I guess 2/3 of the screen, gives you pretty good rewards. I'm doing A-okay. Would you like to help me educate somebody on how this game is played? You know, the first principle of management is, after all, delegation. Dracomira. So, where in the world am I going to get this much more? There's no way I can scrounge up what's needed in this life or the next. Does she owe someone something? That is not good, if so. Not much. What's wrong? Everything. Oh, please don't laugh here. Look at this debt collection form. Debt. I don't even remember borrowing so much. Someone must use my identity to do it, and I don't know who it is. The deadline is right around the corner. There's no way I can pay it back. First this awful debt, now there's an agent working outside my house. How can things possibly get any worse? You should ask them about it. Oh yeah, I could do that. They just start demanding that I pay up. And... definitely a little Sniznine, I suppose. Sounds like there have been some crossed wires here. No way, I mean, look at like the agent over there. He's been staring for ages now. He's not staring at her. He's worried about collecting debts in Nashatown, where everyone's stronger than him. Won't bother you. No, that's not what I meant to select. I shouldn't have pressed F. Okay, whatever, whatever. Okay, and... I won't bother you then. Okay, oh, I've only had some time to make a decision. Jarozinski, manager, Northland Bank. Oh, nice. Which one is that? Jarozinski and... doesn't have that much, okay. Hello, do you require a loan for your business? Would you like to try a new Happy Home loan? And not the Animal Crossing reference. We're offering 0 interest for the first 3 installments. What's the catch? It's a free-to-play fishing weapon that Raiden likes to use. But that's not important right now. We can discuss further if you'd like. We offer packages tailored for different needs, and you're free to take your pick of the lot. Just provide your name, address, guarantor. Detailed travel log for the past 3 months. The more detailed, the better. Don't think too much about it. All this is so we can offer you a more professional payment plan. Okay, okay. If you click on it on the map, even when the area is not shown, it'll tell you what the region name is, actually. People here don't seem to the type to pay up honestly. I thought the same way at first, but in reality, our rate of reimbursement is higher than even Fontaine's branches. Because of... maybe it's because I tell our clients that the Northland Bank will provide suitable jobs to those who can't pay off their debts, to help them return to their normal lives as soon as possible. And maybe it's magic. After hearing that spiel, the at-risk clients always end up settling their debts in just a few days. They sell their kidneys. No thanks, I'm not interested. Of course, remember to come back if you change your mind. Oh, then that's Dragon Spine. That... I would advise you to do Dragon Spine if you can. It's a among other things, it's one of the best world quest lines in the game. It's very atmospheric. It lets you go and trek up a snow-covered mountain. It's not that difficult if you're smart about it. It's very self-contained. It's a challenge that isn't a DPS check. It's about, you know, just... You have Amber. You have a pyro character, which gives you the ability to light the torches and keep yourself warm in the area. That's the only thing you really actually need for Dragon Spine. There are some kind of hard fights, but if it really comes down to that, call on me. That's what I'm here for. But... I mean, if you have a pyro character, and you have one, it came free with your Genshin. You got your free Amber. You can light the torches and stay warm. It also, if you play through Dragon Spine's quest, when you unlock the statue, there is a base camp north of the snow-covered path. You can see it. It's got a teleport waypoint by it. That will give you the ability to take some quests from people there and start the world quest line in the area that guides you through unlocking everything there. And eventually it will allow you to unlock borscht, which is a dish... No, not borscht, it's goulash. You can unlock goulash, which is a dish you can make with food you get there. That will allow you to slow the rate of cold accumulation. So it's actually quite reasonable. You can't go into things guns blazing, and otherwise you are going to freeze to death. But if you approach it with a modicum of care and intelligence, it's not actually particularly difficult. It's just that Genshin players can't read, so... But if you read, and you pay attention to the sheer cold bar on the bottom of your screen, you are probably not going to have problems. Probably. Just pay attention and stuff. But it's a very fun one because it very specifically Very often. There are ones that you have to light on fire, and there are ones that you can actually activate just by interacting with them as an in-world object. The ones that are mechanical in nature, you can just interact with. The ones that are, wooden, you actually have to light on fire. You will not regret the Dragon Spawn World Quest. Other in the sense of it might give you unfairly high expectations. Wabuse and Big Sis Hidimbi said. She said there have been sightings of supposedly sunken Atlas out at sea lately. Hidimbi Onesan. That is not entirely accurate, is it? Well. I did, there's no... Hello. Oh, it's Bala. No, it's true, is it? She even told me the ship stole treasure from Sneznaya. Well, only there's a way to get my hands on some of that. Mala, my dear, please don't even think about that, even if there's treasure on that ship. It's not something we should have anything to do with. What is it that the Frostmoon say that ship was cursed by something out at sea? Only someone as bold as Hidimbi would come into contact with or persuade others too. Sure, I'll tell my husband more careful when he goes out to sea. What if there really is a ghost ship? We have already gone there and obtained its reward, which was the Cognoscenti feather. That's right. There's nothing really here. Oh! And you had a allergic reaction? Vesa and Meta. Come, they got two-headed birds, surrounded dragons, and treasure chests full of more that also bite. Maybe you need to start burning anti-mosquito incense or something. Maybe. Sure. And if you're lucky, you'll even see some fae. The wind blows like whooshu, whooshu, whooshu. Once that thick fog comes rolling in. Alright. Yeah, I can't wait to set off. Best of men and best adventuring doing all of Nightcray. Am I right? Aw. Yeah, sure. It's just I remember there's something I need to do. Maybe next time. But Maddie just told someone else father's not in today, which means I can go out on an adventure, didn't you? Well, yes, my friends from the Conk gang. Copy must have misheard. Just saying that I can't go out on an adventure. Father's not in today, so I need to take care of things at home. But next time, alright, go together next time we get a chance. Who alright, getting up early every day that no one missing out on a chance to go on an adventure with you. Which is to say, he got rejected from the adventure for some reason. The Conk gang is the gang of kids in town. Oh, you actually do have... I picked... I picked Ether. Because I'm a guy. That's all. That said, it does sadden me a good deal that the one character I can kind of never have is Lamine, which is why I made Lamine at home. I think Lamine is one of the best character designs, actually. Which, again, makes it a real shame that she is the one character that I will probably maybe never be able to get. I guess it is kind of an open question of how they'll handle things once, we presumably reunite with the other sibling. Not to say too much about things you haven't done since you are right at the start of the game, but it's an open question. Kolamon. Harbor Officer. Is it Kolamon Wallish? They'll call a war and nobody will come? Getting home from here takes forever. It's always such a hassle. Half my workday every day is my commute. He's American. Oh, he plays cards. That's fun. And that's rough, buddy. Shariz doesn't even pay that well. I've got to leave before the sun comes up, get home long after it sets. Whether I leave my house or go back into it, my kid's fast asleep. Maybe in a few years I'll find that raise a child doesn't remember my face at all. Back in the day, yeah, that wasn't a good way to make a living either. Used to think that life was all about having a thrill. Easy to think that until a comrade dies before your eyes. Never mind, the past should stay in the past. Nowadays, all I want to do is live my family in peace. Probably a former treasure hoarder, hunter, whatever. Goodbye, goodbye. I hope I can get home earlier tomorrow. Just fun to see what's all around. And over this way we have some dudes up on the roof. Interesting. Now this promontory here where Dory was once. Okay. I mean, in the end, all I'm doing is talking to NPCs. If you gotta call in the cavalry, call in the cavalry. And there's nothing up top here. Not even moon lanes. Okay. Oh! You need someone to come heal you! Oh, that's amazing. Sure thing. That sounds like a job for Fiorina. Probably. Old lady is not much for conversation. That's rare. Okay. Babushka. You're gonna see a notification at the top of the screen. You tap it and you say allow to join. And then that lets me join. Eulogy. Eula. I bear with her body of paved the road to glory and justice, even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be. Stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, till it closes its eyes in the depths of the night, and the lantern lit for you and flickers softly into life. Okay, that's the guy who died in that one quest, that's right. Okay. She kept running. Okay. Heal yourself. I guess if you gotta fight something. Oh, yeah, they're marginally stronger because it's Dragon Spine. There you go. And with that, I take my leave. Unless you need me for something else. Yeah, there's your ambulance and tactical nuke. Ambulance with a gun. The best kind. Okay. And yeah, this is technically outside town. Right. Already talked to Fishing Gal. Could never want. Die? Kill stuff? Both? Immortal but frail? I mean, as in feeble? Broken me? Gnaw off one of your ball arms or something. The gimpy one. It'll be more useful to you as meat. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. I don't know. Take some aspirin before you gnaw your arm off. Okay. Do you have some chicken nuggets or something? Gorchakova. Wow, this place sure is different from Snezhnaya. And... as in the painkiller or fever reducer? This place sure is different from Snezhnaya. Really, how so? The place is a little more, how should I put, natural vitality. It's not covered by snow, ice, and permafrost. There's plenty of fruit growing here that looks just like midsummer berries. These things are rare in Snezhnaya. But, and this may sound a little strange, okay, I'll be right back. Still prefer Snezra in the midst of a snowstorm. It's the only time we can truly feel the warmth of Kresnik's torch. Of course, I'm probably biased, so natural, I have a preference for her hometown. And all the more reason to explore, of course. Just saw some traveling merchants from now on. A right lovely bunch, to be sure. Have to go over and talk to them. Who knows, maybe we can do business. Okay. Well, if all you can do is listen, we're fine with that, too. And the Kresik store she mentioned is something Columbina talked about, too. Okay. Do you need more healing? Yeah, if you need healing, go for food. Healing food is good, especially at low levels. Oh, do you want to... Okay. You want to fight her? Okay, cool. Oh. Alright. That should break it. There we go. To break this stuff, you actually need the power of the ore. The red ore. That all? Yeah, you have to beat up her minis in order to break that shield. Otherwise, it'll just keep regenerating. Gorchakova. Isn't that one fake movie? Just kidding. Oh. There was a meme going around some years ago where on a bootleg jacket there was a tag for a non-existent Martin Scorsese movie called Goncharov, which is not a real movie. It's because the sort of mangled bootleg, it was trying to take the poster and font for the real movie Gamora, but it became a meme. Okay. Urjo, the harbor officer. Relax, I'm taking... It was mostly a Tumblr thing. Harbor officer, which wasn't really my thing, but... Cultural osmosis. So many people line up to enter the harbor. Oh, well, pal, there are always way too many people waiting to enter the harbor, and the queue times have always been a little, well, sometimes it's slow, and sometimes it's very slow. And the conveyor belt's broken, too. I guess when it rains, it pours. When it pours, the roof starts leaking buckets. Okay, I'll be right back. And what problem are you taking care of? Huge problems, that's what. Lost or damaged goods, unregistered people, new species critter that's not registered or quarantined. This is a rested event that's chaotic and messy as well. Not really. You're just unlucky. Leave it to you then. Good luck until next time. It's probably funnier when you have to summon me like this. It's like Fate or something. Could do a little ritual, maybe. Okay. Yeah, your heals. In and out. In and out. Okay, and... Hina Eanui, the sailor. Let me think, there's so much fresh food here. Any that you'd recommend? Well, hey, I'm just the right person to ask for that. The Gourmet Hunter. Though I haven't reached Nasha Town yet, got lots of gourmet intel in my pocket already. Hina Ea. Hey, I also often provide inspiration for my restaurant's new dishes. And... Oh, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent here. If they want to try Nogret's local delicacies, Speranza is the place to be. It's said to be a super popular restaurant around these parts. I hope that when the time comes after Quewe, it'll be a shorter line than this one. And... What goods did you bring with you? Just some specialties from the people of the springs in Notvan. It said maybe it's because of the difference in temperature. Most of our products aren't very suited to local use. Thank goodness her instruments are still popular. We do have to keep an eye on changes in the wood due to temperature shifts during transport. It's only a minor inconvenience. Seems like people love music no matter where they are. Isn't that nice? And stay safe out there. I'll take my leave. Okay. And Theonges from Fontaine. West, the entry procedures here are such a far cry from Fontaine's. Far Cry? I never played that game. What's wrong? What's wrong? What do you think? Just look at that endless queue. Not to mention the mountain of forms felt once you get through it. It's even bigger than a stack of application forms of the Fontaine Research Institute. Every step has to be checked over and over again. It's like these people are terrified of registering people or goods that shouldn't be allowed in or something. People that shouldn't be allowed in. It was just an analogy, okay? Like smugglers or rule breakers, you know the sort, right? Anyway, nothing to do with me. No, sorry, nothing I'll do. I will even look like a villain to you. Just an ordinary sailor wants to get by. Don't know why they're so strange when security when it comes to normal, innocent folk like us. And you might be an eremite. You seem anxious. Anxious me, huh, Drummond? I'm just a little seasick, yeah. I'm just a little dizzy. I want to get back to the city, my city, and find a place to rest. But for all, who doesn't want to settle down after a long journey, am I right? Especially for people who want to live a peaceful life like me. Oh. Goodbye. Bye, and you best get going. Best not to disturb the others in the Quayway. Let's make that a running joke. Pronouncing Q as Quayway. I need more stuff, you know? Characteristics. There's just a lot in here. I guess we'll chat with the people in the west half of town on Sunday or something. That's fine. Mr. Woj and Isbor. Can you step on it just a little? The crew's in a hurry. Come now, there's no need to rush. As I say, more haste, less speed. Work faster, they'll make mistakes. Besides, the harbor overseas are pretty laid back. Not that they don't know when to crack the whip, of course. Let me see. Carrot takes time to break through the surface of the soul. If I ever taught you anything, this would be it. Come on, but there was no come on, only a come and focus on doing your work. Remember to tighten all the screws, that way we can save ourselves a future headache. If you don't know where to go back to the base camp. The base camp is over here, north of the snow-covered path. If you talk to the NPCs there, they will give you various quests that will help you navigate the mountain and progress through the mountain storyline. It's pretty self-explanatory once you accept the world quest chains, because they will literally just tell you where to go. That's all. So actually get on top of this using that ladder if you really want. If you care that much. Do I? Not particularly. It is funny that the ladders are just walls. They aren't actually any better to climb. Okay. It's not like Zelda or Procopia or lots of other games. Yeah, Procopia on the brain. What brain? And the foreman, we already talked to him. Turdo, because he had a funny name. I mean, for one, I don't know exactly where you are in the quest, and two, I would say that I'm definitely kind of a teach a dog to fish kind of person. Havu. Congain, huh? Who could the heck cares about those adults? I sure don't. They definitely did not let him join. And I'm a gang member. Don't care about that, do you? I don't think the Traveler is young enough for that. Oh, like heck you are. Not that easy to join the Con Gang. Wait, why are you even telling me this? Con Gang's not my business. Not at all. Turtle. And let's see. Did have a falling out with them? Falling out? What, me? Well, if you mean a fight, then yeah, we fought before, but it's nothing serious. It's not my fault that I'm so strong. It's theirs for being too weak. That's all because they don't know how strong I am. When they find out, well, I'm not going to let them off the hook so easy either way. That's what they get for starting it. And... sorry to bother you. Right. Okay. And... I wonder... who else is there to talk to around here? We talked to these Fatui. Fatui. Talk to Zenaida. I've not talked to Manes. Zenaida being a former gang leader who was Yahuda's superior and led her into a life of crime. Well, where do you want to go? I'll get you anywhere. My name's not Radomir. You're a guide, know-it-all. Sharp eyes you have, my good guest. Let me tell you, renowned through the harbor as a tour guide. Saying the name Radomir is liable to get you 2 thumbs up from the local kids. See anyone, they'll tell you that you can't just walk around willy-nilly in Nodcrow. If you want to get somewhere, you want to get there safe, you need someone who knows the ground. What about the sky or the water? It means a local familiar with the land who can arrange your itinerary for you, and what do you know? I just happen to be that trustworthy local. I really, well, maybe. Youch. Looking for customers in this freezing cold. Of course, why wouldn't I? Sigh, this bath is accursed weather. If I had some more to spare, be huddled up in a bar, my belly full of warm drink. I don't know. Because you think Amber's hot or something? I don't know. Or switch to Ether. Though at that point, maybe you'd ask about the crop top. Like a Turkish TV broadcaster. That happened. Speaking of bars, I recommend you head down to the flagship. A drink or two there will make you forget you were ever cold. At the flagship. Oh, it's a local tavern. They got unique style and reasonable prices. Pretty natural that anyone would go there if you ask me. If you'd want to hire me, I'd more than willing to take you there for a swig or two right now. Sounds like he's more interested in a drink himself. And to forget I was ever cold, exactly to guess. A strong drink is like a dagger of ice down the throat, then a liquid sun in the belly. Running bright enough to fuel dreams one sip, and I guarantee you'll forget, well, everything. Alcohol does increase circulation, but that ultimately just makes it cold faster. I won't bother you then. Yeah, sure, but if you change your mind, don't forget to come back, okay? Yeah, because if you're ever in a wilderness survival situation in the cold, and somehow you have alcohol on you, don't drink it, because it will make you feel warmer by increasing your circulation, but that will just make your body actually get colder faster, and then you'll freeze to death. And that would probably prevent you from achieving your long-term goals. Monez, the port supervisor, what's going on? What do you mean there's a problem you all can't solve? Is there a problem? Why, yes, there is. New port supervisor here, but ever since I installed that cutting-edge Kuvaki moon power conveyor belt on the docks, it's been breaking down every other day. If it doesn't get jammed, then something will come loose, and if neither of those, then it's the power supply having issues. Thought there was something wrong with the machine I bought, so I paid a hefty sum to get a master to fix it. But he's been looking at it for 3 days, and he still can't tell me what the problem is. Maybe it's not a technical issue, so what it's been sabotage. Come now, don't spout such nonsense. The higher-ups in the Merchant Guild have valued this as an opportunity for the automatization of moon power machinery. This is a place under Saritsa's jurisdiction. A harbinger would have solved the problem with a single order. Stop and work for my dad forced me to return to take up this post and still be working on the latest kinetic mechanisms of the Royal Energy Commission of Snezhnaya. It'll be a whole lot easier than dealing with this mess. We got the Armory Post, the Energy Commission. Wonder if Zandrone was in charge of that too. Seems like this new tech isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sights, and just like that band of stubborn old dock workers. Future is now, technology advances, mankind must have faith. Maybe. I'll leave you to it then, so how much longer can a simple repair take? Maybe it ain't that simple. Maybe it's shrimple. Maybe it's shrimplicated. Never mind. Well, it is almost midnight where I am, and I gotta do my Duolingo and stuff, so I think Nashatown's big. Talking to people takes time. Womp womp. You can push this back and forth. That's fun. Push and pull. And talk to that guard guy. And yeah. Chicherin, who hates Yahuda because she's criminal scum. Ah. I guess that's her, his prerogative. There's gonna be a free Yahuda next patch. That's only gonna get me to C5 though, which is not enough to make her usable. Unfortunately. So who's around here? None of them can actually be spoken to, but that's more oral. So let's pick this up. Thank you, I know. It's a long ways off for you, but if you do... Oh, crystal chunks from this. Oh, well, whatever. If you do the Nodcry Archon quest, you eventually get a free Ino. And Ino is actually quite good in the sense of... She has pretty low energy requirements and gets it back pretty much for free if you run an energy recharge sands on her once you start going for artifacts. And Xingqiao is really, really good. But the deal with Xingqiao is that because he can apply Hydro with his burst, that coordinates attacks with your active character, which makes it pretty easy to apply the element and trigger whatever reaction you need. But the issue with him is that it only triggers on normal attacks, and especially these days, to make Xingqiao less overpowered and meta-relevant. We fished here before. Let's fish here again to close things out. MILF. Man, I love fishing. If you have characters who don't use normal attacks as part of their normal sequence, Xingqiao isn't going to work all that well with them. But Ino just puts her burst down, which isn't perfect, but... Because it has limited range, but anything in that radius is going to get Hydro applied to it with a decent interval, even if you're not using normal attacks. Which is getting increasingly relevant. Oh, first frosted axid fish. Unique morphology. With their bluish-violet backs, these axid fish were once mistaken by ordinary anglers as a rare and valuable species from northern waters of the sea ice floats. As a result, they were often kept and raised in near-freezing conditions. Truth, their unique coloring comes not from the cold, but from a diet quite different from that of the common axid fish. Researchers studying the nutrient pathways of local aquatic ecosystems, these fish make for a surprisingly useful sample node in the food chain. You go to, like I said, go here, talk to all the NPCs, and they will give you a quest that will direct you where to go pretty explicitly. After that, you basically going up the mountain will take you there. But I'll be playing this game again on Sunday. I'll be playing a different game tomorrow. It's Pokemon. For better or worse. If that interests you, or doesn't. On Sunday, I'll be playing this game again. I'll be doing the current event, talking to the rest of the people in Nasha Town, and then doing world quests in the northern Nodcry area, because there are exploration rewards that I need to get before this patch ends, which is not much longer. So, let's fish at night, because they have different fish at night. Also, there's a Discord server, which is linked. If you're on YouTube, the description has a link tree. That includes the link. If you're interested at all... No, I think it's actually just in the description. If you're interested at all in keeping up with the Joneses and also my schedule and the fan community, and big thing is, if you need advice on how to play this game, there are other people who play this game there. Understandable. Well, I hope you had fun. Thank you for popping in. It was nice to meet you. I will be hopping off myself after I catch these fish. So. Sore. Ah. Ugh. Sore. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, in that case, you get to hear my silly sign-off. So yeah, sayonara to you. Adios. And whatever the Italian is doing, Sayonara.